All right. Happy Sunday to you. Good afternoon here. It's still 4:10 p.m. here. Good evening from wherever you may be. Maybe in Nigeria. It's around 9 p.m. there. I know it should be 9 p.m. by now. So I say happy Sunday to you. So briefly today, I want to talk about different opportunities, international opportunities for students of all categories. For those who followed me on Twitter, they would have seen a part of it. I want to go into a bit into more details here to talk about those opportunities. I want to talk about those countries that you can actually find those opportunities where you can travel to study either for high school, either for bachelor's degree, either for master's degree, or PhD opportunities, doctoral degrees. Okay, now what many don't know is that students are actually living, students of all categories are living in their country to study in other parts of the world. For example, there are many people living in Nigeria, not only undergraduates are living in Nigeria, some people come to go to different places to study different things. In fact, I know someone who just left Nigeria this year to come to the US to study, I think high school. Is it high school? Yeah. High school, middle school. That's what the guy came to do. And he went to the embassy and got a student visa like every other person would get. And I know there are many parents who want their students, their children to study in different places and they're thinking, okay, we don't actually know how to go about it. We don't know what exactly to do. We don't know which country to turn to and all those things. So that's why quickly I'm organizing this so that you can have ideas, so that you can have options. Okay. And the beautiful thing is that many of these schools actually offer scholarships too. Some may not be full, some may be partial, and some may not be at all. So it depends on which country you're looking at, where you're looking at, and all the stuff. I know people who came from Nigeria to study to have an associate degree. They finished their secondary school in Nigeria, and then they just came to the US to have their associate degree, and from there they moved to the university to have their BSc, their bachelor's degree, and then do MSc, PhD, and all those stuff. Okay, now things are changing now. It doesn't have to be, oh, I must struggle and finish this BSc first before I move and do masters and PhD and all those stuff. Things are really changing now. People are going through different routes. Okay, so let me introduce to you. Almost everyone, every student would have heard about QS. What they do is, if you type in Google now and you say top universities in the world, like you just want to know what are the top universities in the world, top colleges in the world, you're most likely to see QS ranking. Okay, they basically, I mean, what they are known for is ranking universities according to whatever. Just give, oh, best in number one in crime. I mean, in criminology, sorry, not crime. They say number one in physics, number three in this and that, and then they rate universities all over the world. But one of the things they now do is to assist students. In fact, before now, they started doing conferences around in different cities of the world, different places, Asia, Europe, name it. They've been doing those conferences, gather students, advise them, all those things, guide them in the way they should go. They just increase what they are doing now to include assisting students with applications to these schools, to these universities. That's one of the things they now do. They assist students, and this they do freely. In fact, aside from assisting students in applying to all these schools and then getting scholarships, the scholarships are available in those schools. They also, as a body, have their own scholarships that they award to students. Okay, some of the things they do is they'll say, okay, if you attend our conference, if you attend our um, meet and not meet and greet, face meeting with schools, will give you a certain percentage of scholarship, a certain amount of scholarship. They do that too. So in fact, they do some online too. They just ask students to come around, and then if you attend, you are entitled to a certain amount of scholarship. Check their website, QS. QS, you should be able to see some of those scholarships that they offer. They have scholarships that they offer to women because, I mean, everyone is investing in women in code these days so that more women can have access to education. So they have some special scholarships for that. So aside from scholarships that you can get from those schools, which they help students to look out for, they also look out for scholarships that they also give out scholarships to students from themselves. Okay. And then, interestingly, they partner with so many schools all around the world. In fact, I have a list here. There are over 360 something schools here. And in fact, for example, this is Australia slash New Zealand. They have they don't only partner with university, they partner with high schools. Okay, there are high schools here. At least this is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I can't count now. So many high schools that they partner with in Australia, New Zealand. They have those with diploma that they partner with, those schools that offer diploma, those schools with foundational school, those that offer bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, and all those stuff. They partner with schools in Canada too. At least this is Canada. They partner with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 14, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, like over 30 schools that they partner with in Canada. Okay, and those schools to high school, foundation, bachelor, those over bachelor, and postgraduate, master's, PhD, and the like. In Europe, they partner with different schools in Austria, Cyprus, France. They partner with schools in Germany. They partner with schools in Hungary. They partner with schools in Italy, Malta, Netherlands, Spain, Switzerland, UK slash Ireland. In fact, there are a lot of schools in UK slash Ireland that they actually partner with. Lot of schools in UK, lot of schools that they partner with in UK. In fact, so many schools in UK, so many schools in UK. So those of you who really want to go to the UK to study, you might want to consider this opportunity. Uh, they also partner with schools in Sweden, in Turkey, in US. They have a lot of schools that they partner with in US too. Lot of schools. Now, one beautiful thing about these schools is that many of those schools individually have their own scholarship. Okay, so even when they assist in applying or whatever, of course, you still do the work yourself. You have your CV, you submit to them. Even when you get to some of these schools, you still have the opportunity of winning some of their scholarships. For example, many schools in US, for example, have what they call was this presidential scholarship for undergraduates. Okay, now it's usually in limited number. Yeah, not like what you have for postgraduate, for MSc, PhD. But again, even at that, some we've seen some people, international students. Basically, it's for international students. We've seen different international students win it. I know someone here in FSU who won the presidential scholarship. She's an international student. She won the presidential scholarship. So that's one beautiful thing about many of those schools in the US too. They partner with schools in Japan, if that's your choice. They partner with schools in Singapore, UAE, and in Malaysia. So those are the countries where they have partner schools. Okay. Now the beautiful thing about UQS assisting in all this application is that with one application to them, they will make they'll make the application to all the schools for you, except in situations where in postgraduate, for example, where you have to write different statement of purpose for different schools. So you just have to submit all these things to them. Okay, and they are helping students to do this freely. Okay, it's just part of what they contribute to the society. Thank you, Mr. Shegun Raymond. Thank you so much. So this is just part of the things that they actually contribute to the society. They assist students in doing that. So I have a form that I put under the comment section here. When you through, you can just look at the form. If you click the form, it will take you to the QS page where you can apply to them. You submit some of your documents. I know some of the documents they need is a passport, of course, what you submit, whatever you have, is not compulsory that you have everything at that moment in time. You submit your contacts too, because they have their counselor, their advisor, who's going to call you and talk to you about your application. They will tell you what you are eligible for. If you are eligible for scholarship, if you can get a certain amount taken on, they want to know how much you have too. Okay, because it's not all the schools that actually offer scholarship, and not everybody even though I advise a lot of people to stay for scholarship, but I've seen a lot of people just go ahead, pay for their tuition until they can get the funding from the school or scholarship from the school. I know a lot of postgraduate MSc, PhD students, applicants need scholarship. In fact, PhD, you can't do it without the school giving you some form of funding, okay, at least to cover your research and all those stuff. Okay, but while you are doing your own application, why not speak to them at QS2? The same thing, basically, some of the things I do on Twitter too, speaking with students, talking with students, apply to this school, don't apply to this school, blah, blah, blah. That's some of the things that they do. And that's why one of the reasons I decided to, okay, yes, let's broadcast them. Let me talk about them. Okay, because it's actually a beautiful job that they do. And in fact, some of the things they do is to even bring the schools together. Like they'll be having some events in Africa in a few months' time now. In fact, this month of September, they'll be having an event in Lagos and in Abuja. I tweeted that yesterday or day before yesterday, I can't remember. Some days, like 2 or 3 days ago on Twitter, they'll be having an event in Lagos and Abuja, 24th and 26th September. I think later this year, they should be having an event in Nairobi too. Okay, they should be having. Okay, I will respond to you, Ibamin. They should be having an event in Nairobi. They should be having some in Accra and all those. So they are moving across Africa too. They do that for Asia too. They move across all those places, do the conferences, meet student meeting with the applicant meeting with the school. Okay, that's one way to already build a connection. Okay, when you are meeting with representatives of the school physically, and then you're able to say, "Oh, this is what I want to do. This is this and that." Things get a lot easier for you. Things get a lot easier for you. And one beautiful thing about QS is that many of these schools that they have affiliation with, many of these schools that they have an understanding with, if you actually have what it takes to attend that school, you can get in. Okay. If you have what it takes to attend that school, you can get in. So the vet students, they started doing this last year. The vet students do this, and then it's been working so far. So I encourage you, get in touch with QS. There is an application form under the link under this the comment section. Yeah, you can get in touch with them, and then you are able to apply. Okay, what else do I want to say? Okay, yeah. So let me just talk about some of the schools. Okay, yeah, I think it will not be right if I don't talk about some of the schools that they work with, and then to see some of those that have scholarship and what the fee can look like if you didn't get the scholarship. For example, there is a Louisiana State University. Yeah, Louisiana State University has scholarships. They have scholarships. There is post-study work visa available if you finish study and you want to stay and do other things. That's very possible. For those who are not able to get scholarship, for example, the fee annual tuition will be around $30,000. Okay, that's in the US. There is Southern Oregon University. Okay, I'm not sure this one have scholarships, but the fee is around between $20,000 to $29,000. There is Florida International University. Those ones they have scholarship. Okay, and then the annual fee is around $23,000 to $24,000. Basically, that's the annual fee. There is Edith Cowan College in Australia. I didn't say anything about scholarship here, but of course there's post-study work visa, which is available there. The fee is within $17,000 to around $23,000. Okay, there is University of Birmingham in Dubai. All those of you who want to go to Dubai, okay. So they have scholarship. Interestingly, they have scholarship. In fact, they have internship. They have opportunity of internships there, and then the annual fee is around 24,000 to around $32,000 within that range. There is Yorkville University in Canada. They have scholarship. Interestingly, they have scholarships, and the annual fee is around 12,000 to 16,000. You can see the difference between fees in US and other places. It's quite high in US compared to other places. Okay, there is a University of Wisconsin in uh, Wisconsin Oshkosh. Okay, in US, the annual fee is around 35K to 38K. They have scholarships too. Of course, just that not everybody will get scholarship. They still get their money back. basically. There's University of Central Florida in Orlando, close by here. They have scholarships too. And then the annual fee tuition is around 23K to 28K. That's what the annual fee looks like. There is Birmingham City University in UK. That's for foundation. You know what we call foundation? That's basically like what we call pre-degree in Nigeria, just before you gain admission to first year. Something like pre-degree, sixth form, I want to guess. Uh, of course, the annual fee is around 11, between 11K to around 23K. There's University of Waikato Foundation. They have an annual tuition fee to between 11,000 to 23K. There is Arts University, Bournemouth in UK. They have scholarship too, and the tuition is around 23K to 31K within that range. The reason why I'm mentioning some of this fee is so you can have an idea of what the fee is per country, so that when you are filling that form in the comment section, you can have an idea of what budget to put there. Of course, I've some put scholarship. Yeah, if you are seeking for scholarship and you don't have any budget, anything to spend, put zero. Yeah, if you don't have anything, but if you have something that you think you can spend, okay, if you have a budget in mind, put the budget. Of course, I'm guessing they probably will respond to those who have a budget first, because some of these schools you have to get in there before you know before you can qualify for their scholarship. It's just like we do in Nigeria. When students, for example, I won many scholarship as an undergraduate in Nigeria, and it was when I got to school after my first year, when I had a good result, that I was able to access many of these scholarships. So that's the way it works in many of these schools. Unlike some schools, post PhD, for example, MSc, where you get your assistantship straight away as you're coming in. All right, there is a Arts University, Bournemouth. Yeah, they have scholarship around 23K to 31K per annum. There is the University of Canterbury International College in New Zealand. Uh, Top 1% of universities, one of the top 1% schools in the world. The fees around 15K to 21K. There's University of Bradford. The fee is usually around 20K. In UK, that's in UK, around 20K to 24K. There is the Liverpool John Moores University Study Center, International Study Center. The annual tuition is around 18K to 24K. There is the IDRAC Business School in Paris, France. The annual tuition is around 9K to 11K. Okay. There is University of Albany, State University of New York, State University of Albany, University at Albany, State University of New York, SUNY. Okay, of course they have scholarship. Everyone knows that. The annual tuition is around 18K to 29K. There is the IESA Arts and Culture Foundation. That's in Paris, France. They have internships, opportunity for internships. The annual fee is around 10K. And then there's American University of Dubai in UAE. They have scholarships. Okay. Okay, they have application fee. The annual tuition is between 10K, around 9K to 45K, depending on what you are studying. There's a global banking school, Dubai. They have scholarships too, and the annual fee is usually around 8K. Uh, there's a Cowan University in Australia. Of course, they have scholarship. The annual fee is around 21K to 25K, and many more schools. Remember, I said they partner with like 350 plus schools in the world in different countries. And again, let me say this again, that it doesn't matter where you actually start from. Not everybody will start from US, Canada, or UK that way. I've seen a lot of people, some that started from UAE and crossed over, some that started from Hong Kong, crossed over, and who are in Canada now. Some started from Saudi Arabia and all those countries. Okay. So fill that form, tell them whichever country you are looking at, whichever whichever country you are eyeing. Okay, let them know which country, and then you can they'll get in touch with you again. They'll contact you again once they see what you are feeling and they feel that yes, you are a potential candidate for these schools. They will ask you to upload your transcript if you have it already. They will ask you to upload your certificate if you have it already. If you don't have it, don't worry, just upload whatever you have. Your SOP, if you have it on ground, statement of purpose, they will ask you to upload it, okay, and all those stuff. All right, let me see what else do you need to know about this. All right, let me take a few questions before I end this live stream. Let me take one or two questions. Okay, so Abami, you're saying you've been able to collect your unofficial transcript from previous undergraduate institution. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Uni Abuja and Polytechnic of Ibadan. That's beautiful. So with your transcript, having your transcript with you now, Ayobami, you'll be able to apply to as many schools as possible. Okay, even this opportunity I'm talking about with QS, you can try a luck and see what happens with that too. Okay, all right. Okpeni, I see your message. Thank you. Thank you. Tolulokpe, I see your message. Thank you. Babatunde Lawal, thank you. I see your message. All right. Let me just wait 1 minute and see if there'll be any question. If there's no question, then I can end this stream. I'll just wait 1 minute. If there's any question. Oh, if you submitted the last time, don't worry, you'll get it. I'm reviewing. Different people are saying theirs, but you will see yours too. Okay. I've not finished it, so that's fine. I've not finished it. Ernest, thank you. You're always here, Ernest. You don't miss this thing. All right, Olajim, okay, let me get your question. Let me receive your question. What's your question? Okay, so Raymond, you're asking, your wife recently got an admission for New Haven with a scholarship of 30% off. Okay, so what's your question? I'll say congratulations first and foremost. Okay, if you can get something at 30%, yeah, that's a good thing. I know I've seen those who are able to get 50%, 70, and all the stuff. Yeah, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So if you actually have funding to cover for whatever is left, sure, you can go for it. You can go for it. Olajumoke, please ask your question. You can ask your question. So yes, so the next thing is this: you want to request for your I-20, okay, from the school. They should still send you a mail asking you to fill a certificate of financial responsibility. That's the next thing, actually. They'll ask you to fill the certificate of financial responsibility. They want to know where your funding is coming from. They want to know where the funding is coming from. Okay, and then don't know what the funding is coming from, you submit your bank statements if you be going with a funding. If you are self-funding or you have a sponsor, you submit a bank statement. Then the school issues you your I-20. Once you get to I-20, you can pay your service fee and then you start your application for visa. That will just be the steps. And then once you get your visa approved, boom, you can fly. So what does writing sample look like? Writing sample is just a writing sample, including your statement of purpose, including papers you've submitted, you've written before in the past, including your project is a writing sample. Okay, so basically just that, or anything, or research proposal, just write a research proposal. It's a writing sample too. Okay. So Olajumoke, ask your question. Ask a question. Babatunde, you are saying, is it compulsory for a recommendation letter to carry a signature? Yes, yes, uh, yes. It's possible, but the possibility is not in the sense of you have a letterhead and then the person did not sign. There should be a signature. The possibilities in the sense of the way some schools ask you to ask recommenders or referees to fill recommendation letters. Some schools will not request the referee to upload. They just send them a link where they click on, and then they fill a form. That's what some schools do. They fill a form, They send the link to the people, to the referees. The referees click on it, and then they start filling a form and all those stuff. That's the way it works with some schools. Okay, but if they have to upload a document, of course they should sign. Okay, to show that they are the one that wrote it. Basically, that's what a signature entails. So, Olajumoke, you're asking a question. You have an MPhil grade from UI, can use it to apply to a PhD in US or Canada. Oh, yes, you can do a PhD straight away, even with your bachelor's. Okay, so I know someone who had MPhil. Did she have, was it MPhil that she had, or which one is the next one after MPhil? They say MPhil slash P. It was an MPhil grade that she had. I'm not sure what's lesser than that, but she had either an MPhil grade or something lesser than that. She has started a PhD in Canada. I mean, no, US here this fall. She just started this fall, and she had an MPhil grade from her master's. She's from the same UI, and she has started a PhD program. So it's not a big deal at all. It's not a big deal. The overall grade eventually does not really count. It's the individual results on your transcript that really counts. Those courses that you actually did, they are the ones that really count. Okay, so with your MPhil grade, you can do your PhD very well, perfectly neat and clear. I know the person well. She just started a PhD this fall, pharmaceutical sciences. Okay, so she just started now. She had MPhil from UI, from same UI, same UI. In Nigeria, I don't know. God help our educational system in Nigeria. God help our educational system. Someone with that MPhil grade, we have to do MPhil first in Nigeria before doing a PhD. That time is more like doing another master's, which does not make sense. It does not make sense at all. At all. So yes, with your MPhil, you can actually start a PhD straight away in the US. That's very possible. Okay, so how to pay the tuition fee? So I don't know how much deposit they will ask you to pay presently, but if it's just $300, do we have to find a way of wiring the money to them? That there's a way you should be able to do it, arrange it from your bank. Uh, I know there is a problem in Nigeria of shortage of foreign currencies now, and then a lot of people that I know, some that I know are finding it difficult to pay their tuition. I know some who are trying to pay for UK, and then the bank, they spend weeks before the payment was made and all those stuff. But you will definitely find a way. You definitely find a way. If it's go and change your money to dollars and put it in dollars in the black market and put it in a domiciliary account and wire it eventually, you'll be able to find a way of doing it. Or if it will have to be that someone in the US will help you, someone who needs to change a large amount of money, and then you pay the person in naira, and then the person helps you with the payment here. But you definitely find a way. The schools usually understand the processes well. Then for international students who want to pay, okay, so they usually know how involved banks will be, the processing time, and all those things. And they usually give what do you call it, an opportunity or a time frame for students to be able to do that, because they know it can be actually stressful. Wiring money around the world is actually stressful. Yeah, yeah. So you'll be able to pay that. Just follow their lead. Okay. Oh, Olajimo, okay, it's a relief. Yeah, you can do PhD straight. Okay. There is even people with BSc do PhD straight, for goodness sake. People with HND start their PhD straight away, even with HND. So I don't know, understand what Nigeria mentality of, oh, you had an MPhil, you cannot do a PhD. It's not it. It's not it. Okay. They want a reflective essay. Sharon, your question for one of the applications, they are requesting for both an SLP and a reflective. I don't, sincerely, I don't. This is the first time I'm hearing reflective essay. Don't worry, I will ask my Twitter friends, just people will know. I don't know, reflective essay, just to. I don't know. You have to ask the school themselves to. You have to see what are the guidelines they lay down for SOP and for the reflective essay. If there's no guideline on their website or wherever, ask the department what the reflective essay is. I don't know what they're expecting. I don't know what they're expecting. All right. So there's that form is under the link to the form is under the comment section. Check it, click on it, apply to what they call it QS. They help students in making these applications to see many times we fall to prey of some people because we don't actually know the way, we don't know the right way to go about it. I have a lot of questions in my DM, for example. um I can't possibly answer everyone. Okay. Now, but these are people who are receiving their salary, and this is the job, what job they do. So they'll be able to assist you, let you know what to do. You say you can find the link. Let me see if I can find. Try to. Let me see. Um, Let me see. Um, oh, I can find it. I can find it. You see under description, okay? You will see under description. You should be able to find it there under description. So just look at this video as a whole. Just below it, there will be description. Click on it. Once you click on it, you will find the link to the what do you call it now, to QS, and then you'll be able to apply to to them. You'll be able to make an application there and upload some of the documents that you have. Okay, so I can find the link here. So it's here. Check it again. This video, just scroll down the description. There is what they call description. Then I already put the link there. You should be able to find it there. You should be able to find it there. All right. Okay, so Raymond is asking the question, since you'll be coming together with baby, how long can you stay after a master's? So usually on an I-20, what they will put there is sorry, 1 minute. Okay. So what they will put there is the number of months she can stay beyond, or they will put duration. Okay, start date, end date. Then the end date is usually some months beyond the ending of the program itself. They will put all those things there, and then it's usually like 6 months in addition. But of course, after a master's, if she's able to get a job, then that means you can extend your stay. Then visa type will change and different things start happening. Okay, and then we move on until probably get a permanent residence. Maybe the company will sponsor one for her. Now, many companies that hire people usually help them, usually sponsor their different types of visas, different types of working visas. So if she gets a job, yes, that's it. What many people do is once they finish, in fact, before they finish, they start looking for jobs. So as they are graduating, they are starting the job straight away. In fact, many people get their offer before graduating. I will assume that will apply to her. So many people get their offer before graduating. And once they get their offer, they just tell their advisor, okay, I'm ready to graduate. Something like that. Okay. All right. Tobias Matthias Togunde is saying, if these do their see what is it need for them, how they survive. Yes, it's a business, it's a memorandum of understanding they have with the schools. Okay, that's how they survive. It's what they have with the schools. Remember, they do more than just applying for helping students. They do rankings and all those stuff. A lot of things they do with schools. So they have the way they sort themselves out with all those schools. They have just included assisting students to be part of what they actually do. I mean, it's a big organization. They are well known all over the world. They are doing a lot of stuff. So they have the way they sort themselves with each of those schools. Okay. And which is, for me, which is what I love. I love things being for the students free of charge. That's why I do SOP free. Of course, there are people that collect money to review people's SOP, which I don't really like that the idea. I mean, but yeah, they are receiving money. I'm reviewing for people free of charge. Some people are writing SOP for people, which is not even good at all. That's terrible. I don't consider that okay at all. That's not good. Yeah, so that's what they do, Matthias. That's how they generate their monies from whatever they do with the schools. That's what they do. All right. Um, if there are no more questions, I will just end this stream, and then hopefully, if I'm fast enough, maybe the next live I'll, if I have some topics I'll probably discuss before then. But those who have submitted SOP, expect you will get it. And then those who still wish to submit, just watch out. I will still make a call for those SOP. Uh, QS QS, it's one lang. It means, what does it mean again? Let me see what I wrote here. It's I don't know what, like this looks. Is it French? No, this is not French. Is it Italian? Qua Quacquarelli Simon, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you can search it on Google. You will see the full meaning. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. So Oh, so you are saying what is the QS itself, not even the meaning. I see your question now. So I've been, I started talking it from saying it from the beginning that QS is an organization that actually deals with ranking of universities. Okay, they deal with ranking of universities, and then you can find the link just from the video. Just scroll down a bit so you won't have to see my face. Just scroll down a bit, and then you start seeing the description of this video under the video. From the description, just open it more and read it. You see the link there. Okay, or probably when I end this video, maybe you'll be able to find it. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. So as I was saying, QS is an organization that deals with ranking of universities. If you have seen top universities in the world, the brain behind it is QS. Okay. Is QS, CNS. And then the brain behind this is QS. That's what they do. They do ranking of universities. And then one of the things they started doing is to include assisting students with all this, applying to all these schools. Okay. Because since they already do different conferences around in different cities in the world, they already do all these meetings with schools and all these things already. So they just, why not include assisting students in all these things? I mean, they just took it a little further. Okay, let me post the link here on in the chat. Okay, I could have just done that. Uh, Let me post the link in the chat so that you can. No, this is not the link. No, not this. Just wait 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, good. This I just posted the link in the chat, so you can see the link in the chat now. That's the link. So you can click on the link and make the applications there. It will be beautiful. Upload whatever things you have. If you don't have everything they're requesting for, that's fine. Just upload what you have. So, Ernest, you are saying you received your SOP and you are amazed by the word beautiful SOP. Yeah, it's a beautiful SOP. I can say I've been reading. I'm reviewing one presently, which I think is also beautiful. The person should hear from me soon. Let me see what's the name again. I closed that. But you will get to hear from me anyway. All right, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you so much. If there's any question, you can still drop it later. I'm gonna see it and probably most likely respond to you. Most likely respond to you. All right. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you. Really good. Happy Sunday. And depending on where you are, I will say have a nice night's rest. If you're on this side of on the west side, I'll say you have a great day. I love you too. Thank you. God bless you.